Welcome, friends. Let's come to our mat. Get really comfortable in a nice, comfortable seat. Go ahead and soften your gaze or close your eyes here. Let the shoulders drop from your ears and just start to take a big inhale. Long exhale. Do that a few more times. Big inhale, feeling that diaphragm expand. And exhale as that air releases. Feel the body start to fall. Another big inhale. And exhale. Start to raise your shoulders towards your ear like you're just doing a big shrug. And on the exhale, just let them drop away from your ears. Go ahead and do that one more time. Big inhale. Let those shoulders reach towards the ears and let them drop as you exhale. Just for a moment, maybe you want to give yourself a neck circle just to get any crunchy bits out. Once you're ready, let's come together and meet. Knees nice and wide. I'd say about as wide as your yoga mat. Toes, big toes are together, shifting the hips and the bum towards the back of the room, reaching the arms out in front of you. Resting your head in a nice, gentle child's pose to start. Our focus today is PMS or your menstrual cycle. You can do this before, during, after, or maybe if you would just like a gentle flow, you can always come to this flow that we're doing here today. And we're just going to start very simple, allowing the belly to just be soft and drop towards the floor. Start to notice if you are holding tension in your shoulders or your hands or your feet. And with every exhale, as you're aware of those areas where you hold tension, try and send breath to those areas so that they can just relax. Easier said than done, so give it your best. Start to walk your hands back towards the center of the body, slowly coming out of your child's pose and moving slowly and intentionally. We're going to come onto our feet into a nice squat, letting that tailbone start to become almost perpendicular with the floor. Knees nice and wide. You're welcome to have a little turnout in your feet. Your toes do not have to face forward. And use your elbows here as your hands are in prayer pose. Use those elbows to really keep those knees from wanting to splay forward. Because as those knees want to splay forward, that also promotes the back to want to start to curve forward and arch forward. And then your whole body is shifting forward. And we're trying to keep a nice open, wide chest, knees open. And if you need a block here for support, maybe this is really intense today, just place a block on whatever level you need. And just kind of just rest, a little bit of your weight on the block so it's not as intense of a pose for you today. Remember to stay in tune with your inhale and exhale, especially on something that you might find a little bit more challenging or just your body is not as used to. Really sending breath into the areas you need. Great job. Slowly come out of your malasana, your deep squat. We're going to grab our block and set ourselves up for a wonderful swan pose. Some of you may know it as pigeon pose. So we're going to take that right knee behind that right wrist. And if you cannot get your leg perpendicular to your mat, that's okay, as you see me doing. Just making sure that that heel of the foot is going towards the direction of the inside of the leg, you're more than good. If you need your block to place underneath that right hip, go ahead and use it. You might not need it, that's fine too. Just find where you need to be, and then when you are there and you just feel that perfect release and sensation, I want you to just focus on your stillness and just allowing that left hip flexor to fall deeper towards the floor. Allow the back to relax, tension out of your neck, tension out of your jaw, out of your face. And just be. This is great for our hips and our release in our hips. So really take what you need from each pose today. Well done. Start to take your time coming up out of that right side. Give yourself a breather, maybe shake it out, maybe undulate the hips, maybe come into downward facing dog. Whatever you feel your body needs after that pose, just a little break before we go to the other side. Go ahead and give yourself that. If your foot fell asleep, sometimes that does happen, so just shake it out. And then when you're ready, meet us on the other side, setting yourselves up for pigeon on that side. Sometimes I just like to start by looking up towards the ceiling, getting nice and long before I reach out into finding where I want to rest in the pose. Wonderful job, friends. Gently come out of your swan pose on this side. Stretch it out if you need it, however you need to. And we're going to set our blocks up for a nice supported fish pose, which is going to feel really nice. One block is perpendicular, the other is vertical. That vertical one is going to go along the spine, and your perpendicular block should land right underneath your head so you have some place to rest it. Both feet on the mat, knees bent, arms nice and wide. You're welcome to keep it here. You're also welcome, as you see me doing, to let the legs just stretch out in front of you, but still have some relaxation in those legs. So if they're stretched out in front of you, almost like in Savasana, just kind of let your feet splay out. Start to notice if you need to release tension in your calves, or maybe you're gripping your quads. Start to notice those things, and with every exhale, just allow those areas to just be calm and relax. I'm going to leave you here, and I'll be back in a moment. All right, friends, I know this felt really, really good, but we're going to bring our feet back to the mat. If you had your legs outstretched in front of you, slowly make your way out of supported fish, placing your blocks to the side, and we're going to come onto our backs here, pulling on our knees to our chest. And then all you're going to do from this position is just let the legs fall over to the right side. Getting a nice twist in that low back and spine. You can shift your gaze towards that left arm, or you can look towards the ceiling. Just really relax here. Go ahead and use a little bit of your core to bring those knees back to the center. Give them a quick hug for a moment. And on your next exhale, just let your knees fall to the other side, sending your gaze either to that right hand that's outstretched, or you can look towards the ceiling. And please do not be embarrassed here if your body releases by making any sounds. Maybe some flatulence is released. During this time, all of those things are very normal. It's almost like your body is actually thanking you for, spending some time to just get down on the ground, ground yourself, and just kind of work out any of the kinks that might be making you uncomfortable. Sometimes your body just really appreciates that, and either the sensations and the stretch that you're feeling is a thank you, and in some cases a little flatulence or a little tummy grumble will also be that message. All right, friends, let's come and bring those knees back to the center, hugging those knees, pulling them towards the chest. Maybe you want to rock from side to side, giving that low back a little massage if needed. Letting that head come towards the knees for one last hug before we come into Savasana. Stretch out, take up space, honor the space that we need in this moment, on this day, in this specific practice. Just honoring what you need right now in this moment of stillness. Maybe your body feels exactly the same as before we started this practice. I hope not, but sometimes it happens that way. And maybe you got a sweet release or got some relief from whatever you might be feeling during this time in your cycle. The point here is to just honor where you are. Let your thoughts come and go. Allow your body to relax and just sink into your mat. We're going to slowly reintroduce movement into our fingers and toes and hands. Maybe you want a little stretch above head, whatever you need here. Slowly start to roll onto your side and make your way up into a nice comfortable seat like how we started. We're going to take one deep breath together. Big inhale, bringing all that energy up to meet at the top. Exhale, bring your hands to heart center. Thank you so much for joining me today. Be well, take care of yourselves, and I'll see you on the next video.